Hi, it's Farren, like Karen, and I'm the cardstock creative behind Farren Celeste. I show you how to make cardstock projects with your cutting machine using my SVG files. In this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble my paper tulips. I cut the pieces for this paper flower using my tulip SVG file. An SVG file is a digital cutting template that you can use with a Cricut or Silhouette cutting machine. If you need help on how to use the SVG file in Cricut Design Space or Silhouette Studio, I've got you covered. I've made separate tutorials that walk you through it step by step. And I linked the Tulip SVG file in the video description below. So let's go ahead and get started. Start by shaping your inner petals. These are the ones with the pointier ends. I like to shape them with a bone folder, but if you don't have one, you could shape them with a pair of scissors like you're curling a piece of ribbon. And then there are two petals on each shape connected by a middle flat piece. Add a little bit of glue in between the slits and then just glue the tabs inward. And then flip it around and do the same thing on the other side. Put a little bit of glue there in the middle and then just fold those tabs inward and glue them on top of each other. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the second inner petal. I'm going to shape the petals by curling them inward, and then I'm going to glue the tabs on both sides to that middle piece. Now you want to take one set of inner petals and wrap one petal around the other and glue it in place. And this will create the center of our tulip. Then take the second set of inner petals and put some glue there on the flat piece in the middle. Offset your center piece and glue them together at the bottom. Then you want to wrap one side of petals around your inner piece and glue it in place. And then wrap your second side of petals around your centerpiece and glue those in place. Now we're going to shape our outer petals by shaping them inward with our bone folder or our pair of scissors. And then again, gluing the tabs inward towards the middle piece and gluing them kind of on top of each other. By gluing these tabs inward, that is what helps keep your petals upright, and that's what keeps them having that rounded shape to create the look of the tulip petals. Now just put some glue in the middle piece of the outer petal, offset your inner pieces and glue them together at the bottom. And then do the same thing for the last petal, and you just want to offset them so there's no gaps in between your petals. If you don't want to add a stem to your paper tulip, you'll just stop here. If you do want to add a stem, I recommend using a paper straw. Tulips have a thicker stem, so it's hard to achieve that look with just a floral wire, and I found a paper straw is really cheap, it's really easy, and it makes the perfect stem. So you just glue it to the bottom of your petals. It doesn't matter what color paper straw you use because you're going to cover it up with floral tape, but I do recommend using a paper straw that has a lighter color to it so that way the color doesn't show through the floral tape. So now I'm just shaping my leaf by folding it down the middle where the score line is and using my bone folder to curl the end. And then I'm going to start wrapping my paper straw with floral tape. The floral tape sticks to itself, so you have to wrap it around the straw and make sure that you're overlapping it as you work your way down the straw, and that's what will make the floral tape stick. Once you've wrapped your straw in floral tape, you want to bend it and kind of squish it in places to make it look a little bit more natural. Otherwise, the straw is straight up and down and it looks really harsh and unnatural. And this is why it's perfect to use a paper straw as well, because when you add those little indentations with your hands, the paper straw will just maintain that shape, versus if you use a plastic straw, the plastic will just bounce right back into its original straight shape. So the paper straw, again, is perfect for this. To add your leaf, you'll just glue it to your paper straw and then wrap the bottom of it with floral tape to finish off the rest of the stem. I found that sometimes the floral tape can be a little waxy and it's hard for the glue to stick to the waxy texture. So if you stop rolling your floral tape a little bit higher up on the stem, glue your leaf directly then to the paper straw and then finish wrapping the bottom of it, and that'll make it even more secure. If you enjoyed making these paper tulips, please give this video a like, and while you're around, subscribe to my channel for even more cardstock projects you can make with your cutting machine.